Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Monday the 5th of August and today I am going to have my first ever Botox appointment. So the place in which I'm going, I think I've mentioned to you guys in a previous vlog before, because I had the consultation, was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week, start of last week. It's a doctor called Dr. Juliana Gout, and she has a clinic called LAM, which stands for London Aesthetics Medicine. It's on Harley Street, it's right at the sort of closest side to Harley Street to Oxford Street. So my appointment is at 9:40 today. As I just said, I had my consultation last week, which was £150, and you can then have that £150 will come off any potential appointments or procedures that you have. Treatments is the word I was looking for. Any treatments that you have. As I've mentioned before, but if there's any of you new guys here, I'm just going to reiterate, I am paying for this all with my own money. There's no collaboration here, there's no discount, no sponsored content has to go up. I'm just choosing to document it because I could either not tell you guys about it and then you'd probably notice something different about me and then it all gets a little bit grey, or I can choose to just be open, and I'm choosing to be open. So my areas that I have an issue with on my face, I've got no makeup on as well, by the way, this morning guys, just because I figured it's all gonna have to come off. So for the sake of me travelling half an hour into London, there's no point in me putting makeup on, so I've got no makeup on. This is my face. So my areas of issue are primarily these bits here, jowls, which do run in my family. My grandma had them, my mum has them. Sorry mum, but you do. And the doctor, Dr. Juliana, in her consultation, because I had a consultation with another clinic, which I told you guys about also, this was a month ago, maybe a little bit longer, and that consultation was so different to this one. I'm not going to say it's because that doctor was a guy and this one is a woman, but I do feel like Dr. Juliana was so much more thorough. I was in with her for an hour and a half, and I don't know if that's how long consultations are or whether she just perhaps didn't have a consultation after mine and so mine ran over and it was okay. But she was incredibly thorough. She did things like tell me about facial measurements. She explained to me why I have these, and I'm not going to go into too much detail now because I was in there for an hour and a half, so I'm not going to spend an hour and a half telling you guys. But basically when she was telling me about all the facial measurements, she was explaining to me about vertical proportions, horizontal proportions, and essentially, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this because I need to be on a side profile, but when you're on a side profile, there are certain measurements which need to be the same, and all of mine were the same bar the last one, which is the one which is causing this issue here, and it is from the base of your nose. If you were to draw a horizontal line, sorry, a vertical line down your chin, and this is for like the perfect face. Perfect faces don't exist, guys, but just roll with me. But if you were to draw a vertical line here, the base of your nose should be where your chin meets. And I know I haven't got a vertical line, but she showed me and took pictures, and my chin falls short just by a little bit, but that's because my mandible, which is this jawbone here, isn't long enough to stretch out the skin. So as I'm getting older, I'm going to be 34 next week. As I'm getting older, obviously your skin ages, and this, you know, it's kind of losing its elasticity, so that's why this is starting to droop, because my jaw isn't long enough. So that was my number one issue, kind of combined with my number two issue, which I feel like is the sort of same thing, and I joke about this all the time, but it does make me feel really self-conscious. And that is the fact that I just have a double chin for, I would say, the majority of the time. So I can be talking, I'll watch obviously a lot of videos back when I have to watch through them when Simon's edited them, and I'll notice that there's like just double chin, and if I'm doing this, and like I'm not even doing that, I'm not even emphasising it, I'm just being normal and talking, and if I look down there's a lot of excess, you know, there's no defined sort of jawline. And again, there's no perfect face. It's just something about my face that bothers me. Lots of you guys probably might not have noticed it. Lots of you guys have sent me messages saying, no, you look fine, da da da. And that's all well and good, but it's about how you feel personally, and that's just something that bothers me. So I'm not in any means saying, you know, everyone should go out and get Botox and surgery and this and that. I've never had anything done to my face, no surgery. Oh, aside from the fact that I had this cheek was bitten off by a dog, yum, when I was like two and a half, I believe, 2.5, 3. So I did have surgery then, but that was obviously an accident. But yeah, I'm not saying everyone should go out and have it done. It's just that if it's something that makes you feel better about yourself and you can afford it and it's something which you've thought about and researched, you know, I'm all for it. So I'm going for Botox today, first ever time. Botox, by the way, is just a brand, but I feel like it's just, or it is just a term that we all use to explain the procedure. The Botox, or the brand of the injection that she uses, I think, if I remember correctly, is called Botox. Yeah, I think I got that right, but if I've got that wrong, I will correct myself later. But it's kind of like shellac, you know, when you have gel nail varnish, we all call it shellac, but there are a million different brands that do gel nail varnish. So it's just, I'm saying Botox, but I'm not actually having the brand Botox. And I mentioned at the end of my last vlog that this is being done with a cannula and not a needle, and that's because it reduces the risk. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys everywhere that I'm having stuff done, because I think I'm having 5 areas of Botox done, one of which is in these bits. And you actually do have to pull that face in order to make them stick out. So these bits, because they are the bits that join to these, and that's how we're hopefully going to combat this baggy issue here. And then I'm having preventative Botox done elsewhere. I'm here, so this is the one I'm going to. In we go. Hello everyone. So the current evidence proves that I did not vlog during my Botox appointment, for which I am so sorry. But I got in there and I was in focus mode. Like, there's lots of things that you have to... Do you need me?
No. Just listening to what you say.
Oh.
Have you shown them the face you've ordered?
Huh?
Have you shown them the face you've ordered?
Yeah, this is the face I've ordered.
Oh wow, I thought it was an improvement.
Oh, snap!
Well, at least an upgrade.
You're on a roll today. Thank you. Right, so yes, didn't pick you up because I was in focus mode, because I feel like there was a lot of information, a lot of like do's and don'ts, and I wanted to make sure that I listened carefully, in particular to all of the don'ts. So I've had it done. I had, first of all, my facial done, which, because Anna recommended me to Dr. Juliana, and I've realised I kept calling her Gout, which obviously is not the best word. I believe it's pronounced Goat. Dr. Juliana Goat at LAM, London Aesthetics Medicine. There we go. Basically, because Anna recommended me, both myself and Anna get a free £250 facial. Woohoo! So that's good news. I obviously had mine today, so I had that done, and then I had I had the like consultation of skincare, of which I've come away with skincare, and then I had the facial and then the Botox. So I've had Botox. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, and I don't want to come in too close, but basically I had it in 5 areas. So I had it in my forehead, in my... Do you see here? These are my frown lines, and you'll notice that this one is much worse than this one. Potentially that's because I sleep on this side of my face. That's interesting, that, isn't it?
Very.
I also had some here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, eyes 5. this bit here was probably the most uncomfortable injection that I had. And then I'm gonna have to pull the special face. Do you see these bits here? I had injections. I don't know if we can see. I think it's easier to see on this one. You can still see the little pin marks. And do the face. So all the way down here, do you see? That's such an attractive face. I've had to do that face a lot today. So I've had it in 5 places, and we had basically 3 different doses. You can have the minimum dose, the middle dose and the maximum dose. We started with the minimum dose. Now I've got an appointment to go back on Monday the 19th, so exactly 2 weeks. Bumble, no. Oh, he's drinking my smoothie. And that will be as a review of what we've had done, and then also a top up of additional Botox. I say a top up, it's going to be additional Botox for the areas that she thinks needs the additional Botox. And of course, I said to you guys earlier, I keep calling it Botox. That is the brand. Bo, don't touch that smoothie. It's not actually Botox, it's Beau Couture. So yeah, that is the update. Obviously, I'm saying obviously, I don't know if you guys can notice a difference. There shouldn't be a difference straight away, other than potentially a couple of little pin marks on my face. But I believe it takes like 4 to 5 days to sort of start to settle into your face, and that's when you start to see the improvements. So this is the area here which I want to be more lifted, and that should come from these injections which have gone down in my neck. But I feel like we're going to get more of a visible result after I've had more put in there, because Dr. Juliana did say to me that I'm definitely going to need more there. So that's that. It was uncomfortable but not unbearable, because it literally that needle or cannula is in there for a couple of seconds and that's it. So she literally says deep breath, and then she pops it in and squirts the stuff in, and then it comes out, and then she moves on to a different area. I wouldn't have said it was unbearable. I would quite happily go back. In comparison to have my eyebrows microbladed, that was nothing, absolutely nothing. Good morning everyone. It's now Friday in the AM, obviously, hence morning. And I thought I would just film a little update on my face because I obviously had the Botox done on Monday, and then I was really excited on Monday because I was like, I've just had it done, I can't wait to see what it looks like. And then as I got further into like Monday evening, even though I knew there was going to be no immediate difference, I was like, this is a bit rubbish, it hasn't worked, I look the same. Ma, I was texting my friend Anna going, I look the same. She was like, but dude, it takes a few days to actually like kick in. So I was going, how many days does it take? When will I see a difference? And also what I think I had to remember is that we went very conservative with the first round, because that's what Dr. Juliana likes to do. She likes to start off slow and to build up, just so that the patient, if you will, is comfortable. And yeah, it's just the best way to do it, to err on the side of caution. However, yesterday, Thursday, I started to feel a tightness, and I'll tell you where it was. So it was, and actually I don't think this is where I had the Botox, so I don't know if it sort of spreads and that's where it goes, but I felt the tightness right across here. And what it felt like was, the only way I can kind of describe it is if you've ever washed your face with a soap, like back in the day, if you ever wash your face with a soap, or maybe you just wash your face with a cleanser but you didn't moisturize immediately afterwards, and you get that almost sort of tight feeling. It feels tight, but it feels dry. I obviously didn't have the dryness, but it felt like that tight feeling. And yeah, it kind of started happening midway through the day, and I just all of a sudden felt it, and I was going, lifting and raising, like, or frowning and raising my eyebrows, and I can feel it, and I can still feel it now. So I can feel it across here and a bit here, and I did have injections here. Hi B. Oh, that's up close and personal, isn't it? And that was the only areas that I could, no darling, you're gonna have to, because we can't see, sweetheart. It's very nice, but we can't see. So yeah, I felt this tightness across here. I didn't feel it anywhere else, so I can't feel it down these bits, and I can't feel anything in my chin, but I don't think I had a lot in my chin. And I can't particularly feel anything here. However, and I don't know if it's me looking to see if I can see a difference, but I'm gonna come close-ish to the camera, and if you'll remember on Monday I was frowning and pulling all kinds of faces, and I feel like now if I frown, and I know the light is different, this line here you can still see is, you know, more prominent than this side, but actually it's really bright, so I don't know if this is going to make any difference, but it's less. It's definitely less, and I'm positive on this. Now if I raise my eyebrows, Bumble, I love you so much, but we're just trying to film something, so you can sit there, but sit still. Yes? Okay. And then when I frown down, I do still have some lines here. B, thank you. I do still have, oh, I love you so much. I do still have some lines here, but they're definitely less prominent than they were before, which is great. Now this is the area here, here and here that I had as like preventative Botox. So basically Dr. Juliana was saying if you frown and you can see where your lines are, this is probably a better example, I should have told you guys this before I had it done, but if you do that and you can see where your lines are, if you stretch out your lines and the line is still visible, basically she says that is the perfect time to have preventative Botox. Otherwise, if you leave it until you get older and older and older and those lines really set in, there's no stretching them back out. You can stretch them, but they'll still be visible because they're so deep you can't get rid of them. So yeah, that's the update thus far. I've started to feel a difference. I mean, we're on day 5 now. It's not been 5 full days quite yet, but I have a feeling that's probably the most difference I'm gonna feel. Because we were so conservative in this area, I personally can't see any difference. Can't, these are the bits. There's that awesome face again. I can't really feel any difference in there as of yet. So hopefully in the next treatment, which is just under a couple of weeks now, when I have additional Botox put in these areas, then hopefully after that point is when we'll start to see this kind of lift. Now, one other thing which I don't think I discussed with you guys that was mentioned, and when I was speaking about on Monday these like vertical lines and how my mandible is a little bit too short, she did say, because obviously that first initial consultation that I had at the other clinic, Phi I think it is, they obviously their diagnosis or their treatment that they recommended was fillers, and it was like 7 to 8 mils worth of fillers, which is the reason why I decided to get a second opinion, because you lot were all like, that doesn't seem right. She did suggest, my current doctor now, Dr. Juliana, did suggest that I could get fillers in my chin. She was like, I would use like 1, maximum 2 mils, but she was like, it would be highly unlikely in my chin to extend that a little bit to kind of combat the short jaw issue. So in no means would it be like having a massive bubble chin. That's not how it works, but that's one thing that she did suggest. But as with everything, we're kind of doing it gradually, taking it step by step, and just making sure that I feel comfortable and that I am ready for these things. So yeah, that is my update on my face. I have my other appointment in just under 2 weeks. So because this first appointment, I had no idea what to expect, and I wanted to really concentrate, so that's why I didn't vlog. Obviously I explained this earlier in the vlog. That's why I didn't vlog and why I didn't film. But now that I'm aware of exactly what happens, I am going to take you guys with me in my top-up appointment, which is going to be in a separate video, so that you can see, especially if just you're curious, you've never had it done before, you just fancy having a look, you can see exactly the process and how it works. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here with this face. So if you've got any questions, please do leave them down in the comment section below. And once more, just to reiterate, I'm not, you know, encouraging everyone to go out and have Botox, but I am pro if you want to do something that makes you feel better and you can afford it, you've done your research, then I'm all for that. So I'm going to end this vlog on this note, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Say bye, Bee. Bye.